Today's video is a mixture of long overdue, but never really made the priority list at the same time. That task would be getting rid of all of this disgusting silver. Now, since the truck is a daily driver, I can't just go and get the thing painted. It's just not really a feasible task in the foreseeable future. So, I'm gonna go along and fix up all the dents and get it sprayed in a really nice bedliner finish. It won't be like 100% proper fix, but if I do my prep work and I spray it right, it'll look really nice, and it'll be a very cost-effective solution to get the truck nice and cleaned up while it waits for a paint job. On top of painting the black, we are also going to fix that dent, get that done in white primer. That scratch up there, we're going to sand that little square down, do it in white primer. Over here, flaking paint, surface rust, sand that, also white primer. And then people really like this big fat scratch, so we're going to do that, and also white primer. And finally, up here, there's an ugly spot on the corner of the bed. We get that done in white primer. Obviously, it won't be 100%, but white primer will look a million times better than those ugly scratches in the meantime. And then on the back here, I will of course be doing the roll pan here in the same bedliner finish as all the silver. But this plastic trim piece here, you can kind of see right there, the tailgate has been replaced, and whoever replaced it did so with a red tailgate. And then they taped off this black plastic instead of just getting rid of it. So my best option is to go ahead and leave it in place until the whole truck gets painted. But it's a really disgusting gray. So if I can find a white to match this pretty well, I'm going to spray it white and then go over it with clear bedliner. And then I'm going to get some actual white that matches this paint and some 2K clear and rattle cans, and I'm going to spray the tail light housing white. So then, let's step back here with a big crack without falling over. Step back here, once we got black all along the bottom, white up top, and then I get the bed liner, or the bed cover done in black. She won't still fully be painted, but it'll look a million times better than it sits now. Now, I've got quite a bit of sanding to do, so I'm going to throw you on a time lapse and get to it. Progress update. It is very hot, like Texas hot. We're about 5 hours into the future, and I got the entire driver's side done, inside the door jambs and all the way down to the pinch welds. The entire rear roll pan here is done, and then every part like so. So I kind of have some shade to tackle the passenger side. now the next day. I finished sanding decently late last night and it was all dark. Here it is. Got the entire passenger side done as well. Open the doors, got all in the door jamb where the two-tone continues up in there. And our front fender here is also sanded, even though you can't see it. So that is now going to match. So I'm going to get the power washer out, get it all cleaned up, and then we can start taping things off. I kind of forgot what I've all filmed for updates and whatnot, because I'm kind of in a hurry trying to beat a rainstorm. But here's your update. It is completely sanded, cleaned, in the door jambs, taped off. We've got the little lights there for the amp steps and the steps themselves. All the way back here. The axle dump covered down there. And on to this side. So, I just got to set you up on one more time lapse, and we will get to spraying it. There we have it. The entire first coat sprayed down, and it laid down about as perfect as I could ask for. It is already looking a million times better than all those little imperfections in the grate. Hope this isn't too wobbly here. I did this other side for the TikTok video. So I got about one good coat on it. That took 4 cans. I'm gonna run to the store and get at least another 4, maybe 8. I want a solid 3 coats on here because I was very diligent in all of my sanding and tape work. So I want to make sure that this is a one-time spray and done kind of deal. We had a little bit of a windstorm there, where it was like an actual hurricane, and then they were giving us tornado warnings here in Colorado. But it has since gone away. It is dead still, and I have gotten 3 solid coats on this thing, and then I went around it, and I did about twice the distance away from your normal spray, and I just did a big mist coat. So hopefully it all ends up with a nice, even texture and no tiger stripes. Here's how it's looking so far. Now you can still see this is the last part I sprayed, so it's still somewhat drying up. So there's a couple little wet spots left, but it is drying out really nicely. Even with it all taped up, it's already making a massive difference. And it's unintentional, but I'll edit up some photos of this truck and the last truck. This truck is turning out to look oddly, like very similar to the big brother of my last truck. And I even said, I was like, I'm not going to buy another second gen. I'll get something newer for a daily driver. Something that doesn't need $25,000 worth of work to be completely mechanically solid and ready to go. But hey, here we are. So I will be back in about 40 minutes and we will get it unwrapped and take a look at the final product. Well, not final product. We do still have some stuff to do on the white. is going to wrap up part 1 of the temporary paint touch-ups. I say part 1 because I'm going to try and keep these videos just on the shorter side. We're going to do the black this time. Next, we're going to touch up the white. And then we might even try to do some quick paint matching as well to really give us a defined two-tone line. But for now, it's looking fantastic. I'm super pleased. I appreciate you stopping in for a video. If this is your second, third, who knows how many time back, I appreciate it even more. And if it's your first time, drop a like, a comment, let me know what you think. And if you want to stick around, feel free to subscribe. And until next video.